welcome everyone. I'm here with Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hello, hi.
And Nicolas.
Hi, everybody.
So you have three French people. Do you want us to speak French for the presentation? Use the chat to say what you would like. Bonjour. So English, French, it's up to you. We just finished the same live session in French a few minutes ago, and we'll join this one. So we'll talk about math. The title was STEM, but in fact, our guest, Nicolas, has a lot of ideas about Lego bricks and math. So the entire session will be about math with Lego bricks, but also with Lego bricks. You'll see.
And with other tools.
Yes, many other tools. And we have a little surprise for the end of the session. Maybe while people are joining, we'll start with a poll just to know where you come from. So you can choose between Europe, North America, South America, Africa, Asia, and Oceania. But if you want to add something else, you can use the chat for that. We also would like to know what is your job title. So you have a selection of choices. If you cannot find yours, use the chat to indicate what is your job title. And also, do you use Lego bricks? You can answer yes, no, or not yet. Yes, Jenny, this session is recorded and will be sent not to participants, but it will be in our YouTube channel. So if you are part of the Facebook community, you will receive a post. So we will post every time we add a new recording to the YouTube channel, and you will see and get direction to look at it. So it will be as soon as we are available to edit the video and add it. So don't worry, you can have your lunch duty in 10 minutes and have a...
Just one thing about the poll, because I can see that there is a question number 3.
Oh,
but
no choice.
It's a dumb question.
Okay.
So you have to answer either 1 or 2.
Okay.
Otherwise, you cannot submit.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone chose 1. If we take a look, so you are not all here, but maybe we need 1 or 2 more minutes. So the session is recording. You will have access to it, and you can use a chat like Jenny did to comment or to ask questions to Nicolas whenever you would like to. If maybe we end the poll. You are only 30 people, but more will join.
But usually you also ask about the weather.
Oh, you're right.
You forgot.
What's the weather like in your place? So I am in Mark's place in the Alps, the French Alps, and it's really, really gorgeous outside. It's a bit warm, hopefully. So we have Montana, United States. It's beautiful too. Okay. Who else would like to share?
Nicolas, maybe.
It's very sunny.
Yeah, so it's even sunny in Belgium, so you are lucky too.
When I was an ordinary teacher, I sing a song. It was what's the weather like? Tell me so. What's the weather like?
I don't know that song.
I don't either. So we have Lisbon, sunny, Texas, sunny, Belgium.
Indiana, cold and windy.
Sorry for you.
Oh, it's Fahrenheit degree.
Rain in Western New York. Oh, Houston, sunny.
Sunny in England.
Yeah, and El Paso, Texas, sunny too. So that's great. Even UK, you're lucky. Yeah. If we share the results, so most of you are from North America. We have Europe. It's quite half and half, 52% North America, 48% Europe. No one from South America, Africa, Asia, Oceania. If you just joined and you haven't answered the poll, you can do it in the chat. Most of you are TVI. We have 8% of mainstream teacher, teaching assistants, no occupational therapists, and we have O&M specialists who can be also TVI maybe, and 36 26% of you are others. So tell us what is your job? So we have third question, I won't say the result. And the fourth question, we have 56% of yes, you are using Lego Braille bricks, only 8% no, and 36% not yet. So maybe it's new to you and you are waiting for amazing ideas on how to use the bricks in math. So Mark, Nicolas, are you ready?
Get started.
Yeah, I'm ready because I have nothing to do. I just have to listen to Nicolas, so I'm ready.
Yes,
Maybe
but
you
I'm
get
not so good
something.
in English as in French, so you probably will take the
Oh.
after. So hi everyone, I'm Nicolas. I'm a TVI teacher. I'm itinerant, so my mission is to help teachers who have got a blind child or just the children with a little vision. And all my students are in ordinary school. I'm working with the teacher, with the parents, and with the teaching assistants too. I help them to find solution, and I love my job. But I am in my car all day long because I'm working with little pupils and to 18 years, 20 years. So in the university, in the college, but this is not the same world in all of the world.
Yeah,
2 years,
yeah,
2 years, 20 years.
20, because college and university is kind of the same.
It's different. Yeah.
In France, it's different, but not in English.
Yes. So I use the Lego and the Lego Braille bricks too for working in math. I found this solution is very good because you can work directly, and you don't have to prepare before you are coming. And so for me, it's a very good solution. For working, I've completed my my set of Lego Braille bricks with a donation. I was searching for many pieces, and I make an announcement on my Facebook, and my friends were very generous. So I've got I will show you all pieces I've got. I've got some, this one, little or very big, up like this too. I've got a box. I made I've got some smooth bars, tall, or I've got some big finger, tall or very little, like this, smooth. I've got the same with the dots.
So you ask people for donation about classic bricks in addition to the Lego Braille bricks.
To the Lego Braille bricks, yeah.
And we have a question in the chat. Someone is asking how to get the Braille bricks in Canada. So go to the website, Lego Braille Bricks website. We have a Get Bricks section, and you will find our partner in Canada, NCBI, where you can order the bricks for free if you have students age 4 to 20 learning Braille, like Nicolas did years before.
Yes, it was 3 years ago, I think, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes.
I think I was in the first to have Lego Braille bricks in French.
Yeah.
And I've got, I asked for 3 and I received 5, I think.
Okay. But also your idea to ask for donation for bricks, that's a great idea because it can be costly to have regular bricks and very useful to have.
So that's your collection of bricks on the screen?
I don't see the same screen as you, Marie, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I've got little boys also. Yes, as you can see, I've got all of these bricks, and I'm working with big and small, and I've got some men too, and I've got some are very old. The red that you can see is when I was a little guy.
Okay.
So I've got a big plate and small plate.
And just something also interesting, maybe it's obvious, but you can combine Lego bread bricks and any other kind of Lego base plate or whatever. They are compatible, so you can use both at the same time. Okay. Oh, so your friend gave you a lot of things.
Oh, a lot of things, yeah. Or you can buy it. You can buy it on the Lego website. Or in France, we've got a website called Vinted, where you can find a refile Lego.
Yeah.
If you want.
And probably on eBay or.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that.
The same as eBay.
Or
Yeah.
you can do like me and you sneeze into your children's room and you steal some pieces of them. That's how I do.
Such a bad idea for me because my children are playing always with the Lego.
Same with me, but
So we can start. I made this on the picture. You can see I use the Lego bricks for working the decimal point. I made a tableau. I'm searching the word.
table.
Yeah.
A table, yeah, a table with a column.
Yeah.
With column.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was searching on Google Traduction. Here I made the smooth with the smooth bar. It's the decimal point. Sorry, it's the decimal point. My student is 12 years old, and I had to work about the decimal numbers. She didn't understand all, and I started all over.
Yeah.
So you can see the unity.
Units or one?
Unit 10 and 100.
Yeah. But just clear because from what we can see on the picture, we can see two base plates and one is a storage base plate where the numbers are. Is it correct? The one on top?
Yeah, thank you, Mark. It's very important to make that because if you have to search all the time the Lego in the big Lego bricks box, it's you cannot do that. It takes too many times. So I prepare the numbers, and my students have just to pick it for working. Here you can make a very simple exercise where you ask to your child to put the numbers in the good columns. It's the first.
And just to make it clear, because I know that some of the participants are blind, so just to explain the table. So you make columns.
Yes, sorry, I forgot the blind people. Yeah, thank you, Mark. On the table, you can see there are two plaques, Mark. Plate, right? Yeah, big plate. I made columns, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns that I made with another brick. Oh, sorry, but with another bricks, it's make columns, and you get a smooth line to make the decimal point. It's good, and another one where there are the addition, subtraction, multiply, and divide sign, and all the numbers in order.
Mm-hmm.
And my student have just to put the numbers on the column for started.
So before the decimal point where you placed a flat tile, you indicate whether it's unit, decimal, or hundreds.
And if your student is very good, you don't have to put always the definition of the column.
So here you have the letters in French, C, D, U, but it's In English, it can be ones or a unit. It can be tenths and hundredths.
Mhm.
So not the same letters as the one you have here.
Yeah, and that was a good point about the French, because of course the numbers are also in French and not in English.
And the
Yeah,
difference.
is a French braille notation.
Can you explain the difference, Mark, between the French and English way to write numbers?
Yeah, in fact, French numbers are the only one who are different. Everywhere in the world, that's the English version who won. And so in English, letter A is number 1, letter B is letter 2, number 2. But in French, we have accented letters. So those strange letters are used to make the numbers. So that's why they are different.
So it's the same plus dot 6.
Yeah.
So 1 is dot 1 and dot 6. Number 2 is dot 1, dot 2, and dot 6, and so on.
Yeah, exactly. But you also have to add dot 6 before it.
So
Yeah,
write number 1, what do?
You write dot 6 and then dot 1 and 6.
Okay.
But we are not here to learn
Okay.
French braille. It's a bit complicated, and Nicolas won't have time to explain.
And I've never used the dot 6 before when I made this exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Number
because it's
sign,
not
we
math.
usually say that we agree with the kids that what is on the base plate are
That's the situation. It's math, and
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
matter to the dot 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, tu peux remettre la caméra, Marie, parce que j'ai le même, si tu veux. I've got this plate. You can. I made columns, and I put numbers here, and you can work
a small plate.
a small plate, yeah, but it can be the tallest too. And you can work with a decimal point. For example, here is the number, and the boy, it's the decimal point. You can work multiply by 10, 100, or 1,000, or divide by 10, 100, or 1,000, and move the boy like you want by 10 divided. And my children love to work with the little guys.
The minifigure, yeah.
The minifigure, yeah, the minifigure Lego, and they love it. But the negative point is that you cannot put some zero in English.
Zero, yeah.
Zero after or before. But you can use a tallest plate for making that.
And you said that the kids like the minifigure, but do you like it as a teacher, and do they really realize how to multiply by 10, for example? Is it useful for them to understand?
Oh, no, you can use a smooth plate too, but it's very easy to pick it and to replace it after for playing with a smooth plate. You have to pick
so you make the movement and they understand like that.
The movement is very complicated sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So next point was, I forgot it.
And Mary is writing in the chat, so that's why. And you write donut instead of do nuts, but you are hungry probably.
Donut, yeah. Yeah, I think you passed one, Mary. Yeah, abscissa, anyway, abscissa and ordinate. Yeah, X and Y axis. So the same children, I've got some problem with X and Y axis, and I found the Lego solution very good, because on paper it's very difficult to move or to place the point that you want. So Mary, you can tu peux me redonner la vidéo si tu veux. I made this plate where there is the X and the Y axis, but before you can use it just on X axis, and you can use it to put some number to. You can say that your children here is the here is the 1, and you have to put the 10, so he can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you can put some small plate here if you want. It's a very simple exercise when you are not working with the Y.
Just with the X, and that's very useful when young kids start working with ruler to make, you know, a centimeter line or 2 centimeters line. Then it's useful for them to understand what is a centimeter or an inch or whatever, and that's useful to use that. Yeah.
And if you want to work the number 70 or 60, you can say that here is 60, and you work. You don't work before, but after the number you want. It's very quick to make it.
Yeah.
The problem is very difficult to put it off after. You can use the tire-brique, Marc, je sais pas comment.
Yeah, that's the orange tool that you have in the box.
The orange tool, yeah, but I lose mine in my house. So X and Y axis. Before, in the first time, I put some smooth plate here and a big one to make the point.
Yeah.
And first exercise, I have to. Yeah, Marie?
Have a horizontal one and a vertical one.
And a vertical one, yeah, smooth. Problem is that you are limited by the tool. You cannot find all the tool, the link. Yeah. So, thank you, Marie. But for started to work and make the good idea to your children, for me it's very good. And first exercise, you can ask to your children, can you give me the point, so you can count and go here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he can find the point. After that, he can place on his own the point, or making the same as you, or you can make all exercise that the other children in his classroom do. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry. And c'est inclusif, Marc, en anglais, c'est un mot transparent, inclusif.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's a very
an inclusive tool. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's a very good inclusive tool, because the other children can come and see the work, and they can make it too. You can they can work in a duo with another pupil, and the other pupil can put the bricks, and the blind can tell it's 8x8 and 9y. So
yeah,
it's very good for me.
Yeah, to your point, that's a very great inclusive tool because they can work in pair. But also, I don't know if you have noticed that, but some of the sighted kids can also use this tool for them to understand better.
The other class, all the classroom can use this tool if you want. And for the teaching assistant, it's also a good tool, because they don't have to wait about the TVI. He can work directly.
Yeah, and I have a question, Nicolas. Do you add sometimes Lego Braille bricks on those base plates?
No, never. I never use Lego Braille bricks with the lines, with the axis.
Okay, because I thought it could be a good idea when you gave the example with 9 and 9.
Yeah. With the example with 9 and with a 6 or 7 years old child, you can use oftenly the Braille bricks and put the number on the line.
And of course, you can use bigger plate, so you have room for the Braille bricks.
I've got the biggest plate that you can find on the Lego website.
And how old was your student?
This one is 12 years old for this one.
Okay.
12 years old. But I've got, and you can make also, I'm searching my word. You can make also chart or graphic. I
Yeah.
don't know, chart.
Yeah,
Yes,
charts,
if you want.
yeah.
You can put the axis and ordinate just here and make after a line. Yeah, but if you want to make some round, you can use wool. What is the largest base plate? I don't know, but
So Rhonda is asking, you can find a base plate that is twice the length of this actual one. So it means like if you have 4 base plate stuck together. So it's 4 times the regular classic one.
Yeah, so it means that it won't fit in your Lego Bricks box, but it can be useful to have a big base
Yeah.
plate in a big suitcase.
But if you don't, you also can take 2 or 3 or more base plate and you stick below them.
Yeah, and you can do
Yes.
do this with a plate and make it it a big one.
You can do on top of it or just below if you have a small flat one.
Yeah.
But the largest is 4 times this one.
Yeah, it's very large.
That's big.
I use and another tool is very old and I do it on my own.
Homemade.
Yeah.
In France, it's cork. It's a wood where you can put some tack. I use wool for making the X and Y axis, and after that you can take another wool to make the chart, the graphic, if you want. Okay. It's another solution, and you can use it in parallel with Lego Bricks or not, if you want. But it's very interesting to use for me to use the tools.
Yeah, and what also is interesting in what you said, sometimes children need to test a lot of different tools to really understand and incorporate the concept that we want to teach. So it's interesting to use Lego Bricks, your own homemade tool, and so real graphics.
It was a piece of wood where you draw a grid by burning the wood. So yeah. It's also raised and tactile.
I don't have the word in English, but it's pyrogravure in French. Pyrogravure.
Yeah, I don't know this word in English too, but
you burn it, so
yeah. Okay.
Maybe you have in the chat. You know what is pyrogravure in English? So that's this little tool that is very, very hot, and when you put it on the wood, laser cut. No, yeah, it was before laser cut. When we were
Google Traduction says that it's pyrography.
Wood burner, I think wood burning.
Pyrography.
Yeah. So it's the same. Pyrography.
And in French, for working on X-axis or Y-axis, we use a plastic sheet with a small with a small ad. Oui, c'est la planche Dyson. I don't know if it's the same all over the world, but
maybe not all over the world, but yeah, it's a common tool that you use a plastic paper when you can write things and things appear raised.
We have a question in the chat. Someone asking, can we order 4 of the kits to make the large base plate? No, otherwise you will have 4 boxes, 4 times the bricks, and then some children will miss them. So I'd rather suggest that you find base plates somewhere else. They are classic base plate, like Nicola, you can buy on lego.com, or you can, like me, steal one from your children, or I don't know, try to find one, maybe, yeah, you loved. Okay, so that's humor. Coming from where, Lara? Houston, sex and humor.
Yeah.
Houston, we've got a problem.
Sorry, Nicholas.
Oh, you're welcome. And for working of the number, I use, probably you've got it too. We call this cubarisme in French.
Yeah. Everywhere in the world.
All over the world. Oh. And with this cube, and you can make the same work, X X axis, Y axis, and put where you want. But you don't have here the graduation, or you have to use wiki sticks or little sticks or wool. But the blind children are always making this and up. See you soon.
And the cube fall down, yeah.
And fall down. But it's a good tool too for me. You can use on the parallel with all that you can see. Yeah. Next
And that's
point.
interesting because you said that the cuboridm is a problem because the cube can fall, and the Lego bricks is another problem because sometimes you cannot remove the bricks from the base plate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's very difficult to put it in the good place. They make it
That's
after
what
or before.
Tiffany is saying that in the chat, that her student had a hard time with the cuboridm before the Lego. So yeah, maybe it's an improvement.
But the children with you can see in the picture had problem to read the braille. She finds it's too big, and she had to. It's very. She's not quick. It's not a quick solution for her, but she loves it. But she tells me that it's too long to read the braille. But she's very happy to use it because the other children can see, and it's a quick solution. She can make the same activities.
But we know it's one tool among many others that can be useful at certain point, but not for all your school years.
no, of course not. Hopefully not.
I think next point was operation carried.
Yeah.
You can see here the student use a braille computer in the top of the image. She's got the text of the problem, and she was 12 years old at this time, and the teacher wanted to work about the technical operation, just that with problem, and she don't know the divided solution. So I choose the braille bricks like an evidence in English.
Yeah, an evidence.
Like an evidence, because it's very easy to make the line and to put the number, and you can use a smooth bar too for when you want to put the number that you divided. For the first, you take for example, the 4. How many can you make 10 in voilà. And after that, you can descendre, put the number down.
Yeah.
To come down, you can use a piece of a Lego for symbolize this. It's also not a quick solution. You have to work with the children, or the teaching assistant have to do that with the child. For example, when a blind make one operation, the other child make 4 or 5. But but other children can see what the blind do. They can help. Teacher of the classroom can help too. And for me, it's very important to do that because it's the biggest inclusive solution.
Yeah.
My dream is that the teacher is alone with the blind and with no teaching assistant. And sometimes it's possible to do that if the teacher is good or take place or take place with the children.
Yeah,
I saw that. Here it's an operation with a decimal point. So it's an addition, and I don't use the Lego braille for the addition because I was with the children, and
to indicate that it was an addition.
To indicate what if it's an addition or a subtraction or a multiply. It's on the situation. It's an addition.
Okay.
So you can see that it's easy to put the number, and it's always straight, and unity with unity, decimal with decimal. It's for me very good
What-
to do that. And
what is
decimal
the
points.
here?
Sorry.
What is the what are the numbers? 25 plus 10.8 plus ooh, plus 42 point
Point
95.
95. Okay.
yes. And she can, when she makes the calcul, she can also also put the detention on the if there are detention. And also the teacher can come and see the work. For the eagle bar down of the operation, you can use a bar, a straight bar, but on the picture you can see that it's a plate, but you have to use the tallest one because if your children is totally blind, it make a problem because she can see with her finger where is the bar.
Yeah, okay. So what I like here in the picture and the situation is that it's an old student. She can read Braille on a computer, but she uses Lego Braille bricks to think on the exercise and then to give the answer directly to the teacher or the computer.
And in the French slide session before, I told that you can take if you are in a class where you've got where your children are all blind, you can take picture of the work to show him to the parents if you want, or stick it in a book if you want. It's very good.
Yeah, parents and teachers can follow what the kids is doing because it's exactly resembling what a sighted kid can do.
Yeah. I rewrite the result on the class paper, but I send the picture to the parents, and to the teacher. Okay. I made this with a WhatsApp or by email.
Yeah, good idea.
Next point is axial symmetry. Marie, we've got the time to watch the video, you think? Or it's too...
But it's only in French?
It's only in French, but picture are good. Okay. I think people will understand.
Maybe I will take the sound off and you can speak on it.
Yeah, I will try to make the subtitle.
Oui, mais on construit sans...
Wait. Okay, where is the sound here? And then I'm going to do something like
She
that.
has to make the symmetry of a rectangle.
It's coming.
Donc là, on construit quoi?
Un rectangle. Oui. Coming again. I think the video is not existing anymore.
Oh, it doesn't matter, Marie. I can
No, it's coming.
Construit sans symétrie. As-tu bien vérifié ta distance par rapport à l'axe de symétrie?
So can you explain what she is doing? She's
she counts the distance by the symmetry axe, and she uses here she's using the
brick separator.
The brick separator because she don't. There was 3 dots in the image, and she just make 2 dots by the symmetry axis, and here she make it good after that. I will show you with my big plate. Here I made an example. Symmetry axis. Choice of the color is color choice is just I've just these pieces, and it doesn't matter if you choose what color you choose. If you got a blind with a visual potentiality, it can be interesting to choose black or for a color that is not the same like the other.
To have a high contrast.
Yeah, to have a high contrast. Sorry, thank you, Marie. And you can make easy symmetry of rectangle age, but it's also difficult to make a triangle or diamond or cycle. But for me, it's very interesting for the children to use the competence to know what is the symmetry. She cannot do all the symmetry, but she can say, yes, I know the symmetry. It's with an axe, and we have to count here and count here. It have to be the same in the end, and so I can show it, and all the children of the class can play with that. She can come and at the same as in my other example. Yes, it's a symmetry. I can do that with the children. No, you make it wrong. So she can speak with the other, and for me, it's very interesting
That's
to
inclusion.
that.
Yeah, and something also interesting about that is if she makes mistake, she can correct the mistake straight away,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
she cannot do on paper.
Yeah, you can do this on paper with a plastic sheet, and when it's wrong, too late.
I can see that times fly, and it's almost the end of the live session.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nicolas, for all these
You're welcome.
ideas. You shared some of them on Facebook, so thank you for that. You are more than welcome, everyone, to join the Facebook community. You will find many different ideas. You will also find news. We have a great news today. You will find links shared by the University of Edinburgh, conducting research about Lego Braille bricks. So if you have time to answer the survey, that could be really helpful for them and for us, because we would like to learn more about Lego Braille bricks. And today we have an announcement to do, Mark. At 11 a.m. Paris time, we launched the blog. So in the website, legobraillebricks.com, you have a new blog section coming today. Try to share my screen with you to show you how it looks. So once again, it's a new section where you will be able to log in if you would like to comment or like the activities that are actually in the website, the one you know, but also go in the blog and look at articles. So some articles are written by people like Nicolas, some are written by us, and we are waiting for your ideas about more articles. So starting today, you will find 9 different articles. One is which are vegetables. You will have bricks around the clock, find your way around the city, something about addition. So I just can tell you that it's fun, and you will find many different things. And we have a short video to share with you about this blog.
Hello, we are delighted to introduce the new Lego Braille Bricks blog.
Sorry, caption is in French, so I just have to change for you once again.
Hello, we are delighted to introduce the new Lego Braille Bricks blog. You will find articles written by practitioners from all over the world, experts in specific fields, parents,
and us. The aim of this new tool for our community is to collect all the amazing ideas, inventions, and stories that you are experimenting with every day. Since the launch of the Lego Braille Brick community, our community has continued to grow.
And so have your suggestions. This blog is designed to be a new place to share knowledge.
Experienced educators find out what your colleagues are doing elsewhere.
New practitioners in the field find ideas.
This blog is your tool. We hope you will send us articles to be published. It can be a personal experience, a new activity that you have developed, a tip and trick for everyday life.
It just has to be related to Braille. We look forward to reading your articles and your comments.
Join the blog and discover the first articles on legobraillebricks.com.
Okay, so that was the big news of today. It's already time, so we hope we'll see you next month for orientation and mobility in June. And thank you again, Nicola, for this amazing presentation. You have nice comments in the chat. Thank you, Mark.